this really highlights the rapid collapse of Daesh as an organization that controls territory. So especially within Iraq here, as you've said, this is the last territory it controls in the north of the country. And for a group that's attempted to fashion itself as a so-called caliphate, as a state really, this is a significant loss. And it's been a pretty fast collapse. This operation started around 2 weeks ago. By Tuesday, the Iraqi forces had taken the Rashad air base, which was a significant area of control for Daesh. And then on Wednesday, the Iraqi forces announced they'd taken 98 villages, killed over 100 Daesh terrorists. And on Thursday, the final taking of the town and the area of Hawija. Now, of course, whilst this does now only leave Daesh really in control of territory in the west of the country, they can still operate within Iraq as they have done in the past. Guerrilla operations and bombing attacks obviously have occurred numerous occasions, especially in Iraq's big cities, in areas that have never been under Daesh's control, even going as far back as the 2000s when the organization operated under the name of Al-Qaeda in Iraq. So although this perhaps signifies the continued loss of territory for Daesh, it does not mean the end of Daesh as a threat within Iraq.
And this victory puts the Iraqi army just outside Kirkuk. What does that mean for the future of the disputed city?
Well, just to explain these disputed territories and these disputed cities, you really have to go as far back as 2014 and highlight how the rise of Daesh and then the fight back against Daesh is now flowing into what could potentially be a different conflict in Iraq between the KRG, the Kurdish regional government in the north of the country, and the Iraqi central government. So with the rapid collapse of the Iraqi army in 2014 in the face of the Daesh advance, it was the Peshmerga, the Kurdish Peshmerga forces that really stepped in, slowed that advance with the backing of the US-led coalition, and took many areas that were outside of the KRG's control, such as Kirkuk, for example. Now, that wasn't an issue in the last few years because the Iraqi army was united with the Peshmerga in the fight against Daesh. But now, with the possibility that Daesh is on its last legs in Iraq, this problem starting to come to the fore, this dispute between the central government and the Kurdish forces. So particularly Kirkuk here, which is just next to Hawija, the PMU, so these militia forces that back the Iraqi army, are mainly made up of Shia fighters, as well as the Iraqi government, the Iraqi parliament, have said that Kirkuk should be handed back to the hands of the Iraqi central government, something that the KRG has refused and included Kirkuk as part of this referendum, the Northern Iraq referendum, and the presence of the PMU in Hawija. And of course, the advance on Hawija did not include the Peshmerga forces, unlike past advances against Daesh. But the presence of the PMU, the presence of the Iraqi central government forces in Hawija, as well as this sharp rhetoric between the central government and the KRG, really places the Iraqi central government forces at striking distance of Kirkuk should they wish to escalate things and advance on that disputed city.